What's up guys, John Carden from Primal Performance Coaching. Today I'm going to demonstrate the bench press. I'm going to show you how to do a competition powerlifting style bench press. This is going to be different than doing an athletic style bench press or any other type of bench press. So, a little bit about me. I used to really suck at bench press, and it took me a very long time to become a good bench presser. But I had to learn how to really refine my technique in order to become decently good and proficient at bench press. So I went from bench pressing 315 at 280 in my first meet to bench pressing at the end of my career over 500 pounds. And I could do 440 for sets of 5 or 6. So I think I really did learn how to bench press. And it wasn't from shitty technique or natural genetics. I had to really learn everything about the bench press and become as efficient as possible. As with a long arm guy with short torsos, it was not easy at all. I had to change my body. So I'm going to go over with you some of my keys to bench pressing and what helped me become a better bench presser. So hopefully I break it down for you and hopefully it helps you a little bit. So first thing we're going to talk about is setup. I'm going to make this very simple. Give you about 6 or 7 things. Setup and hand placement. So actually before we even go into setup, let's talk hand placement. Now, many of you I see do this type of shit. No, don't fucking do that. So, if we look at the mechanics, what do we want in the bench press? We want straight the fuck up, straight the fuck down. Now, a lot of you go, oh, I want to do the arc. Well, that's great. But your bench press is going way further than it needs to. Or, you're benching like this, and you're going way down this way. Or, you're benching like this. Now, if you're benching like this, basically, the more towards the center you are, the less it's going to weigh. So if I bench press back like this, I'm losing energy that I don't need to lose. Or if I'm bench pressing out like this, I'm losing a lot more energy. So every time I go more on that degree, you're almost inadvertently adding more weight to the bar. So knowing that, where do you want to bench press? Straight up and down. Now, you're going to have to change your technique to be able to do that. And one of the things is this shit don't fly. We need a straight wrist. Now, wrist straps will help. And I believe in using them, but how you grip the bar is a big proponent of it as well. So, everyone, you can see your calluses here that you have from bench press, from deadlifting and squatting. Now, if a good bench presser, if you look at their hands, you'll see a callus line right here. And it will be really meaty. And here's why. Because a great bench presser knows that you want to bench press with the bar as close to your wrist as possible. Why? And I don't mean, don't do this false grip shit where you're like this, but you set the bar here, it's going to roll, or it's going to roll back in. Most likely it rolls back in. And when it rolls back in, where are we? Remember the whole thing. You want pistons. So you want the bar to sit right above that fucking elbow. Right there. You don't want to move it nowhere else. So the greatest way, and how I've done it, is you're going to change how you grip the bar. Now most people, they come on and they just grab it like you're going to grab someone's arm. That's cool if you're trying to wrestle someone, I guess, but not if you want to fucking bench press. So, what you're going to do is I'm going to grab a bar. We have a nice, cool earthquake bar at Forge here, so we're going to take this, and I'm going to demonstrate to you guys how I grip the bar. So, as you can see, this would be your normal false grip. Now what we're going to do is we're going to change our grip. So watch here. I'm going to grab in on the webbing of my finger, reach into it, and rip the shit out of it. And the other thing too is you can see my wrist is straight. And it's also going to be cocked a little bit this way, which will keep it from bending and twisting. You're locked in there. You just wrap the shit out of your wrist, and that shit's not going nowhere. So, that's a little quick positioning on the hands. Now we're going to talk about the rest of the setup. So, now there's a couple different ways you can handle your feet. Now I'm just going to show you some basics. So basically what I do is I believe in setting the back first, and then setting the feet. Now, what you're going to do, you're going to lie back on your bench press. I use the bar, so you're going to get probably eyes probably about 2 to 3 inches away from the bar. You're gonna lock your hands up there. You're gonna kind of shake around. You want to get right up on your traps. Squeeze the shoulder blades, pinch them back. Slowly wedge your hip down. Pull your feet back. Push your knees open. Do a nice hamstring curl to stabilize. Go to your grip width. So you see me getting in my grip. I go ultra wide. Grip there. Unrack it just slightly out. Pulling it out. Right out to where you want to be. Wrists nice and straight. Armpit squeeze. Pull back even more. Knees out. Come down with control. Touch. Out. And that is how you bench press. Everything should be extremely tight. And as you can see, I'm not touching right up in here. I'm coming right down, nice and low, and I'm pushing almost away. So what I'm doing is most people, when they press, they're going to push out back, and they're going to bring it right up over to their eyes. You don't want to do that. You want to be here, straight down. See how it's a decline press? Almost, but not quite, because I'm going straight, but you want to go back. So you tell yourself, decline press a bit. And that way you get more lat involvement and more pec involvement. And it's a much more explosive movement. So I'll demonstrate again. You want to get in there, lock up on that upper back, squeeze, pop back, open up, grip tight, wrist straight, unwrapped pull. The bar up, squeeze. And then bring it back. And that is how you bench press for powerlifting. Another key component is when you're at the bottom, pinch your shoulder blades back more, really engage those lats on your paws, and then pum, you can spring off your lats. So you want to keep tight, 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 tight. Kind of like a quick lifter bench press, but not quite. I don't want you to squeeze the lats so much. It was more just keep them tense and allow them to pull down and then pop up. So that is how I bench press. Now give those little key points a try, especially when you're doing a powerlifting bench press. The only thing I didn't go over is grip width. Now I'm a believer of your grip width should be based off how you feel. Now you see all these short guys do maximum width grips. That's cool if you're strong in that range of motion. Some people are not. Me personally, I'm a really long arm guy. As you can see here, my arm span is about the size of the whole goddamn bar. And I will bench in full grip when I was competing, but a lot of the times I felt more comfortable with middle finger on the bar. And then a lot of times I was competing with that grip because that's what felt best for me. Don't get caught into this powerlifter bullshit where you must lift the most mechanically advantageous. So you're gonna lift sumo, you're gonna squat wide, and you're gonna bench press as wide as you fucking can. That's great if you can maintain those positions, but if you can't, try to find something that's more mechanically efficient for you and you feel strong in. Alright, so I hope that helped you guys.